Hi, this is Kylie from Thrive Web Design. In this video, I'm going to show you how to resize and compress an image for web using a free online tool called Pixlr X. Okay, so first off, we start by navigating to pixlr.com/X, or you can just Google Pixlr and then choose X when it comes up in the options. And the first step from there is to open an image. So we just click the Open an Image button on the left, and it allows you to then select an image. So we'll just select this one, and it then comes up with an option because it's a large full-size image. So it's asking us if we'd like to resize it to start with, and most images for web, we don't need them any bigger than 1920 pixels wide, so that's okay to select Full HD and then OK. So once we've got our image on screen, if we're using the image just in its original dimensions, so the full resolution that we've got here, we can just click Save. From here, we can see the quality. So it shows us the size of the image just here. So currently it's 261, and that is still quite large for an image on the web. So we would probably shrink that just a little. So each time we move our quality slider, we can check back here and see how large the image is. So 146 kilobytes is not too bad for an image that's 1920 wide. What we can do if we're keeping the resolution but we want it smaller, we can actually just pop in here how wide we would like it. Say we wanted it 1000 pixels, it will automatically resize based on the same size dimensions, and then from there we can just go download. We can also see that after tabbing through, it changes the file size down to 56 kilobytes for a 1000 pixel wide image, and then we can download. What we'll keep doing for now though is we'll just close that. We want to actually change the shape of that image. So a lot of the time on a website we're using, say, a letterbox dimension, or we have specific dimensions. We might need a square or a rectangle of a specific size. So what we use a lot on our websites are letterbox images, and that might be 1920 pixels wide by 600 pixels high. And if you've got a help file from us, we've quite often included these dimensions in there so you know what size you need to make it. And you can see that when we pop this in our crop dimensions for width and height, it brings up a bounding box, and then we can actually move that across the image to find the best part of that image that we want to show in our box. So then if we hit enter, it will crop that image to the size that we've selected. So in this case it is 1920 by 600, and from there we go save. And again, just like a moment ago, we can change that quality. We can see that we've got that image at 115 kilobytes, currently at 1920 pixels wide. But if we wanted to make that just 1600 wide, change the width to 600 and then tab. Now we can see that it's 85 kilobytes, which is pretty good. That's acceptable. So what we can then do is we'll go ahead and download that file and save that with a name that is going to make sense to us. So if it's going to be part of a gallery, for example, you're creating a gallery, I would call it gallery dash man phone, something like that. Or if it's part of a specific set of images, it might be gallery then computers dash man dash phone, just so that once we've got it in our content management system, WordPress or Joomla, we can actually search through and find that image again if we need to reuse it later on. So use a name that makes sense and that's easy to search, and then we'll save that one, and we can see that that's come through. And if we open this one, we can just double check the quality of it, because if we compress it too small, so if we go save, for example, if we drop it right down to 24%, you can see the file size drops to 25, but the offset for that is that the quality of the image will decrease as well. So there will be degradation in the quality of the image. So we'll download that one as well. We'll just call it 2. And then we can see this one, if we have a close-up look, the quality of that's looking pretty good. And then if we open the second one, you can see that we're starting to get some pixelation in this area of the image. So if we just flick back over to that one, no compression in there. So it's just about offsetting the size of the image versus the quality of the compression that you're using, so how far you compress it down. You can also see that we've got some compression in the computer and some along his hands. So this one has been compressed too far down, but this one looks okay. And it's just as simple as that. So from there you take your images and upload them to your website. Thanks for joining me. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below.